Hello and welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. Today I'm showing you two different cards using the Simon Says Stamp Outline Floral Mom die. This die is very versatile and I knew that I could get two cards out of using it. So first of all, I'm going to start by showing you this project that did not go well when I was initially doing it. It's a inked background, the pearl alcohol ink background that I had tried to use lift stamping technique on, and it just didn't work. But I like the colors so much I didn't want to waste it. So instead I decided, okay, I'm going to cut the mom part, the mom die, out of this. So I go ahead and do that. I die cut it using the Outline Floral Mom die from Simon Says Stamp. And I get two separate pieces. As you can see, I got that outline piece and I get the inside mom letters. So what I decided to do with the first card is I took this inked background that I had previously made. I have a lot of these sitting around, backgrounds that I've made, but didn't know what to do with. So this is one that I believe I used Distress inks on, and then I used a stencil and blotted up the water and left that image there. Since it's not the focal part of it, I'm not really kind of going to go into it, and since I did it a while back, I don't want to go over it too much, but just know I wanted to use it to have a little bit of a pop of color for my background. So I did that, and now I'm starting to inlay the letters. Now these letters I'm trying to put in straight by using the positive part of the die to help me get it straight. However, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, this doesn't really look very straight. But I'm going to go with it. I'm going to see. Then I decide that I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Simon Says Stamp Mom CLEMATIS stamp set, because these have some wonderful sentiments in them. And I decide I'm going to use the sentiment that says, "It's because of you that I am who I am today." I go ahead and ink that up with some sticky embossing ink and put some alabaster white Brutus Monroe embossing powder on that, and I start heating it up. But what I realize is that it did not, it didn't take real well on the very first letter. It's hard to see on this, but on the first word, it didn't completely emboss. So what I did was, off camera, I redid it, and you can see there that I'm happy with the second one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that out using a banner die. I believe this banner die is from MFT Blueprint Sketch Dynamics. Not sure which one. While I was embossing this the second time, I also embossed a second sentiment for my other card, and the other one that I had embossed says, "You are incredible in every possible way." And I'm going to go ahead and cut that one out using the MFT banner die. And that way I have both sentiments ready to go. I'm not sure which one exactly I'm going to use for what yet. Obviously I'm kind of looking to see where I want to put everything. I'm so sorry that's out of screen. I'm looking at it again because what I realize is the crookedness of the mom is really bothering me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up as gently as I can. Try not to rip the paper very much, but see if I can get it loose so I can redo it. Got a little bit of pulling of the paper there, but not too bad. It came up fairly easy. And what I'm going to do to try and get it lined up a little bit better is put this negative part down, but tape it down with some low-tack tape so that it'll stay in place, because I wouldn't doubt that it moved while I was putting in the letters last time. And I tried to make sure that was straight, so now I'm going to re-adhere them using some tape runner, since I already kind of manipulated it with the glue and made it kind of wonky. I figured this would hold better. Just trying to get all of those in place. Make sure I've got them going the right way with the pattern. Once I get those adhered in, I'll take out the negative part of that. There we go, and much better. A lot happier with that. That looks a lot straighter. And now I'm going to see which one of the sentiments I want to use. Now, because this banner die did not have an opening, so I couldn't see exactly where I was setting it, so I've got a lot of open space on the top, you can see, and I didn't like how bare that was on the top, so I'm going to try to cut it down and make it a little bit more even. But then what I found out is, well, the top banner portion is small compared to the bottom one, and it just looked kind of funny, so I really didn't like all that. So I'm, as usual, trimming and trimming and trimming until I get kind of what I like. Get it down to the size. I don't know why I even bothered trying to die cut that with the die, because I wind up just fiddling with it enough until I get it to where I liked it. I probably could have hand cut this myself and done a better job. So finally I'm happy with how it looks, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and put it over the mom part of it, and I am going to use the sentiment that says it's because of you that I am who I am today. Glue that down with some of the Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue. And for right now, that's going to be it on this card. When I'm finished with the other card, I'll put gems on both of them. But I decided to go ahead and leave that for now. So here I'm going to go ahead and bring in the negative portion of the die cut that I had cut from that alcohol inked background. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of my Tonic shimmery paper to inlay the mom part of it. And this is in the color of pink chiffon. Gonna get those all inlaid. Then I'm going to look to get the negative glued down. I decided I wanted a little bit of dimension on this, so I decided to use the negative portion that I cut out from the pink chiffon Tonic paper, and also a white piece of, just a white piece, and I'm going to stack them for 3 high, so that it will have a little dimension on the card. But what I'm struggling with here is, of course, getting all of this glued together. I know there's got to be an easier way to do this, so if you know of one, please let me know down in the comment. I'd love to hear your suggestions. Just this gluing of the different pieces together, the struggle was intense for me, and it drove me kind of nuts, honestly, but I made it happen. And here you can see I finally got all the pieces together, and now I'm starting to glue the whole piece together. Just it's so intricate. I'm going around each of those, and of course I'm kind of slow here, so by the time I get it done, I think half of it is dried. I am starting to lay it into place, and hopefully hoping it's going to stick, trying to put something heavy on it, some of my stamping blocks on there to try to get it to stick down. And of course you're going to see that I'm going to have to go back and try to get it to, you know, stick a little bit better. I'll have to add a little bit more adhesive here and there. But before I even do that, I decided I would go ahead and get that inner O portion in there. So I went ahead and took the outline of the inner O and then also the inside of the O that I die cut from the initial alcohol ink background, and I'm just putting that into place. Let's put something heavy on that also, try and get it to stick. By the way, both of these cards are on Simon Says stamp. I believe this is slate gray cardstock. I got these cards in one of my previous card kits. They were scored cards that you can just fold to make standard A2 size cards. So I had that laying around, so I decided to use 2 of them. I believe it's slate gray. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I need to look that up and verify that, and I will. But here I'm going ahead and adhering a sentiment that I had previously embossed, and that was the one that said, "You are incredible in every possible way." Now, of course, I have to add the bling. So I get out my confetti bling. I say confetti. It's confetti rhinestones. And again, I believe this is, actually it's unicorn. Is it unicorn? No, I believe it's like confetti. Or no, maybe it is unicorn. From Pretty Pink Posh. And I'm just taking different colors and trying to fill in some of the areas to kind of add a little bit more sparkle. I'm using my Distress Collage Medium glue to get these stuck down. I'll finish with the first one, so I decided I'd go ahead and add a little bit of bling to the second one. And I'm just going to use the same unicorn rhinestone mix from Pretty Pink Posh and just picking some different colors to put around. I'm not going to use as many as I did with the other card, as I think this one has a little bit more design to it than the other one and didn't need as much. Doing the same thing, using my Distress Collage Medium and my Crystal Katana to help me pick them up and put it down over the glue. Once I get all of this into place, I will look to put a couple of sentiments on the inside of the card. I will use sentiments from that same Simon Says stamp, Mom's CLEMATIS stamp set. I have some really wonderful sentiments in there. So I'm just kind of looking here and trying to decide what I want to do. I know that I am going to use the sentiment, "I love you." And I'm also going to use 2 different sentiments for each one of these. The first one, let's see, which one did I choose for this? This one says, "I don't know how I would make it through life without you." And then I'm going to stamp the "I love you" below that. And I'm using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp these. And on this one, I am going to use the sentiment that says, "Words cannot begin to explain how much your love and support has meant to me." I thought that both of those were very nice. And again, I'll stamp with the "I love you." Thank you so much for joining me today for these two cards using the Simon Says Stamp Mom's or Outline Floral Mom die. I appreciate you watching, and I hope that if you like this video, you give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.